Are you frustrated with yourself because you've been suffering with chronic pelvic pain? Are you mad with yourself because you've been struggling with chronic non-bacterial prostatitis? Are you angry with yourself because you've been suffering with horrific pudendal neuralgia and you just don't know what to do? Well, if so, then this video is specifically for you. My name is Christian St. John. I spent nearly 3 years and over $50,000 to recover from chronic pelvic pain, so you don't have to. If you'd like to grab my free training on how I recovered from chronic pelvic pain, go ahead and do that down below. In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly what pelvic pain isn't, and if you stick with me to the end, I'm also going to share with you what it is. I knew that I just couldn't give up on it. Completely healed, completely changed, totally transformed, back at the gym, lifting weights, working out. Most importantly, I'm just living a normal life. You have to believe you can heal. One of the challenges with chronic pelvic pain, and perhaps you can relate to this, is it's a very frustrating, nerve-wracking, and anxiety-driven condition. I remember when I was suffering with chronic pelvic pain, I had so much anger built up inside of me. As the months and eventually years wore on, I was just constantly worrying, how did I wind up this way? How did I wind up in this place? And I remember just beating myself up over and over again. I texted a couple friends today just to check in on them, see what they're doing. They get to live a normal life, enjoy life. I currently do not. I remember maybe for a year or longer, I was trying to figure out what did I actually do to cause this chronic pelvic pain. And I started creating these narratives in my head that there must have been something that I did to cause this. And what that did was it put all of the focus internally on me. And this did nothing but cause more anxiety, more frustration, more anger, and more pain. Maybe you can understand where I'm coming from here. What we found is that the big majority of men and women that suffer with chronic pelvic pain or pudendal neuralgia or non-bacterial prostatitis are people that are used to being high performers, people that are used to being high achievers, people that are go-getters, right? People that can often be people pleasers. They're just sometimes type A personalities, and they're used to just putting the weight of the world on their shoulders and just getting things done. But we've also found that these people can be very hard on themselves. That was me, and perhaps that is you as well. And I can tell you that this is not healthy. It is not healthy to constantly question, how did you get here? What did you do to deserve this? For me, I used to think, man, I must have done something really bad, or maybe it was something in a previous life that I did to deserve this. All sorts of crazy thoughts would come up in my head, and I would begin to catastrophize and make things worse. So it's important to understand that constantly wondering what happened or how did I get here is not helpful. What's more helpful is to focus on the present and how to get out of chronic pelvic pain, which is what we focus on at Pelvic Heal with our clients, and also having a compelling future, a vision for yourself of moving forward. What we found is that so many people are just stuck in the past, and that tends to keep you in that pain cycle and that cycle of despair. So pelvic pain is not your fault. I'm here to tell you that you are not to blame for your chronic pelvic pain. You do not deserve to have this horrific condition. You have to believe that. If no one's ever told you that, allow me to be the first person to tell you that this is not your fault. But it is your responsibility to get out of it. And that is where the rubber hits the road when it comes to recovery from chronic pelvic pain. When we spend so much time on how did we get here, what happened to me, what did I do to deserve this, what it does is it strips you of the time, the energy, and the focus and the desire to get out of it. So I would encourage you moving forward to spend less time on the past, spend less time on the blame, spend less time beating yourself up. Right? Give yourself a break, give yourself some grace. You don't deserve this. You may never know what you did or what happened to you to get to this point, and that's okay. I came to peace with that. I may never know exactly what happened to me, and that's okay. And once I was able to let that go, things started to open up for me. So I would encourage you to let it go. just let it go. Whatever it was, it doesn't matter. That's just fine. What's more important is, what are you going to do to get out from it? So what we do at Pelvic Heal is we work with busy professionals, both men and women, that are unwilling to accept that they're stuck with chronic pelvic pain for life. And we teach them the skills and help them implement the skills that they need to recover from chronic pelvic pain in months instead of years. So if you're struggling with chronic pelvic pain and watching this, it's key that you get around people that have recovered. It's key that you get around people that have healed. It doesn't have to be me and my team. It can be anyone. Just find someone out there that's actually recovered from this that you can get around, so you can create a compelling vision, and so you can let go of the story, and so that you can stop blaming yourself for this, and that you can start looking towards the future and doing all that you need to recover. Well, I hope this video was helpful for you. Let us know what you think. And if you'd like to learn more about my story and everything that I went through, my struggles with chronic pelvic pain and all that I did to get out of it, be sure to go ahead and click on the video that's coming up on the screen right here.